Okay, so today I wanted to talk about materialistic items, like and the wants and the desire for them. So, like I wanted to deep dive into why people want materialistic things, why we want a car, a house, the latest gadget. Why, if we have one car, we like after some other time we look at someone else's a car that's maybe better than what we have, and then we want that. So why do we always want more when it comes to materialistic items? So I was thinking about that, and I was wondering why are we like that? So so I was thinking of maybe like 10 topics that we can look into. So the first thing I was thinking about is like maybe people want social status. So that would be if if people saw you with better things, they will know that you're doing well in life. Obviously. So when we look at the the internet, for example, when we see people with nice cars, nice houses, nice like even if they're traveling in luxury, we assume that they are doing well. So we want the same thing for us, but in reality, that's just a moment of fun, and we all know that. I mean, we all have common sense. We understand that it takes hard work and sometimes luck to get to that point, but it's like why do we want so much? So one of the things is when other people will look at us, they and we have something that makes them uh, maybe almost jealous, we can say, or maybe when they look at us, they feel that they want our things. It makes us feel good in a good way, but it's bad. So but in reality, maybe we shouldn't be doing that. Like if we want some things to help our lives be better, then that's good. But just imagine if we just want something and then we feel good when someone else wants our things. Maybe that's bad. I mean, it's weird, right? If you think about it. So just imagine buying a thing, and the first thing is like we want it, and it makes us feels nice for temporary. Like anyone who's had anything, if you buy even a new TV, the first few days, a week, maybe even a month, you'll have the joy of owning it. But after that, it just becomes a normal part of your lifestyle. Everyone's been through this, but it's weird to think about if you buy something and then someone's thinking that you're doing better, and but it makes you feel nice, but that person feel little crappy about their life. uh, like maybe it's not good. I don't know. Like if you think about it, it's like, if you think from you look from an outside perspective, it's weird, right? Okay, I'll go on to the next topic. I think another reason why we want um, these materialistic items is maybe it's a culture thing. Like if let's say if you know a group of people that have nice things, and then if you have those nice things, those people will most likely incorporate themselves with you. So if your friends or family are living a type of lifestyle with those materialistic items, then it can be simple. Again, what I'm talking about is the middle class and the lower middle class here. I cannot speak for the upper middle class and the ultra wealthy, because I've never been in their shoes. We can only assume what they do. So when it comes to the middle class and the lower middle class, like even as something as having once in a while get together and having those things that are required to have those get-togethers, uh, will 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 get approval from this the other type of people that you want to hang out with that have almost the same similar thing. So for example, if you're having a party, and if you have the good food, good music, a nice a good house to have enough people to have that party in, and you have good enough furniture for everyone to sit now, and then you will also come to know other people that have that same situation. So you buy those materialistic items to make sure that you get to know the other people that have those other materialistic items again, which is weird. You're buying, you're getting materialistic things so you can match yourself with those people, and maybe try to one up them once in a while by getting something like it's in your house, like okay, that person has this size TV, I'll get a slightly bigger size TV to show that I'm a little better than them. It's weird, right? Then I think about maybe emotional insecurity. So people buy things um, to buy things to make them feel better. So that I don't believe works. Like even I've tried it. Uh, it doesn't work. It's a temporary joy. Like I said, if you buy a TV or something like that, you will get used to it, and that fades away. It Then you'll need something else new to make you feel better. The reason why we are talking about this, the reason why I wanted to bring up this materialistic video is like how do we live a life where we we just say no, or not even no, we just don't even think about wanting materialistic items. So like how do we go our day to day lives without wanting these materialistic items? So when it comes to this emotional insecurity, like it's I think everyone has to go through that phase where I'm guessing they will. It's whether intentional or unintentional. They will go through that phase where they want things, where they spend their hard-earned money on buying uh, no, anything that is just not important to their lives. Like it's just going to be decorations for the house, or something just to make your house feel more full. It's like things that you buy for distraction. It's just to give that temporary joy, and you're going to, and some people will waste a lot of time and money going after this material items, and it's going to give them temporary joy, and again once that high goes, it's going to go on to the next item. So the after that I was thinking about what about people who buy things for maybe they're just escaping reality. So when you're unhappy, basically, like maybe like we can use like one example of people who are unhappy, like they buy things because they just want to fill a hole in their life. So maybe this can be even single, married people, divorced, whatnot, even children, adults, seniors. So when they buy things, there's something that's missing actually. So they're trying to fill that hole with materialistic items. So so when this is obviously not a good fix. I mean, if you have a temporary emptiness problem, and then if you buy a materialistic item, I think that's understandable. But if you have an issue with something being empty in your life for a long time, and if you continuously buy materialistic items just to fill that void, it's going to be uh, very difficult to sustain that lifestyle. And not only that, like how long do you think that's going to work, and will you need to keep one upping yourself to fill that void? And not only that, there's a little side topic. When we talk about materialistic gains, debt goes hand in hand. So when you're trying to get all these materialistic items, debt is majority of people are going to debt to get all these things, and then you're going into further problems into that. Not only do you have such a lot of this useless junk in your house that you're just one day going to throw away, and now you got debt as well that you got to deal with. So that's another problem. That I'll maybe go into a deeper dive in another video or talks. Okay. So then the next thing I was thinking about is, what about people who buy materialistic items to show success? I think this is a little icky for me. I feel weird when people buy um, um, like ultra uh, materialistic items. Again, these people go even into further into debt just to show that they are successful. And I'm sure we've all met these people in our lives. Like it's there. They either have a very nice house or they have a nice car. It's something that people can see. It's not something like if what about people who want to show success, but then they buy gold coins, or they buy stocks, or they buy something that they can keep away from the public eyes. But then there's that's okay. I think because you're investing in it, and I think you're doing something good with your success. But then there are other people who show off the success, and I think that's a little bit weird. If like we all know people that buy something, like when they get a promotion, for example, they upgrade the something that's in their lifestyle, and it's mainly to be seen in the public eye. It can be a bike or car, or motorcycle, or the house. It's something, but then we come to know more about that person and their character by their actions. So we know, okay, this person might be a little bit more prideful, maybe a little bit more shallow. So maybe well, we can learn more as humans. But again, that all these topics that I'm talking about, it's all temporary. It's temporary fun. It's temporary filling the void. It doesn't work. Then maybe then there's the other type of people where they buy things because they don't want they don't want to be judged. They feel they feel that like if it's hard sometimes living um, not proper lifestyle, let's say normal lifestyle. Okay, let's say you buy things that you only need. Okay, if you want to watch television and you have a reasonable size house, you buy the TV that and if you can afford it, you buy the TV that is for that size house. So if you have a hall that's only like a few hundred square feet big, for example, then you buy a TV that's for that size. But if you buy a TV that's like required for a much bigger house, then that's maybe the like just showing off stage. But it's very hard to buy the things that you actually need in your lifestyle. It's not about living below your means or something like that. It's like just trying to buy things that you actually need. Now, if a person needs a house, they'll buy a house. But then there are people who just because thinking buying a house is a good thing, they buy a house. Like sometimes renting is actually better than, for some people, renting is actually a better option than uh, buying a house. Buying a house comes with its own set of problems, and renting comes with its own set of problems. But uh, uh, it's sometimes renting for some people is better, but they feel that renting, for example, is maybe other people judging them, even though sometimes that they're doing well with their life. That renting is like they get influenced by other people, thinking that they need to buy a house. So that may be uh, an like an idea of why sometimes people want materialistic items, because they are afraid that they're not, they won't even be thinking about it. It will be indirect thinking, like it'll affect them in ways that they don't even know about it. So when they buy this house, for example, maybe they didn't even think about the about being judged, but it's actually it happened. Maybe it indirectly happened to them when they bought that house. But in reality, there was no reason for them to buy that house at that moment. Why? Because their lives were good at renting. But now that they bought the house, because they were afraid that maybe they were being judged by people, that for renting, that they bought the house, and now they have a whole new set of problems that they were not ready for. Then I think this goes hand in hand maybe with the market influencing. So when you see all the stuff on the internet, oh my God, there's such a lot of stuff on the internet. It's understandable why people buy things, and they want so many things. It's there. It's like it's always there. You go on the internet, the amount of advertisements. It's so hard to live online and try to escape these advertisements. It's everywhere. It's like even stuff that you think that you might not need, the internet will bring up a reason why you need it. It's like understandable at some point, but at like it's understandable to a point where we can blame the internet and social media about making us want things, like because we like almost 24/7 bombarded with advertisements and influencers and everyone like just pushing crap down our throats. It's like just wanting us to buy things. It's difficult, it's understandable, but at some point, when are we to blame, when do we point the fingers at ourselves and say enough is enough? Like we can live a normal lifestyle without wanting all these materialistic items. Then there are people who buy things to they put themselves into these items. Like there are people who say they're car people, bike people, house people. They basically, if you think about it, like maybe these people, they need, people obviously need purpose in life. They need to feel the need for something. So it's like what, 70 years that we are living here. If we, this is the normal standard route is just to work. I mean, study, work, have a family, grow your wealth, grow your family, and that's it. The what you say, it's like very simple if you break it down. But people want more. Humans are very complicated creatures. So now we want to identify ourselves in things. So like some people, they identify themselves with a house, so they keep putting money into the house, and that house becomes their vision of themselves. So if they are very flamboyant person, then that house also is going to be flamboyant. It's a part of them. So that house identifies as that human. And then people do the same thing with cars and bikes and all these objects. So maybe apart from having a family, like their child is basically themselves. It's literally their DNA, but it's not enough. Like I said, humans are very complicated creatures. No, we can't stop there. We need to push our identity on these materialistic items as well. And I think I think that's about it. I think we when it comes to these materialistic items, it's if we had to just take the whole point from this my rant, it's don't get caught up in materialistic items. It's just a temporary fix, and put your don't get attached to these materialistic items, because it's if let's say if you put your materialistic, if you get attached to certain item, one day that item is going to break, and you're going to feel it. If you get emotional with that item, it's if it breaks, then you're the one that's going to suffer. And let's not forget, it's still a materialistic item. It cannot show you love. It So when we are getting anything, when we are buying anything, it's just like take a second or take a step back, maybe think about it a little bit, especially it can be something small or something big also. How is this actually going to affect my life? How long am I actually going to enjoy this? It's like it's not about like a car, like if it's going to break down or something like that. A car can even be just something on four wheels that gets you from point A to point B. It doesn't need it doesn't need to be fast, and it doesn't need to be big and expensive and really comfortable. Because we spend most majority of people who buy cars maybe use it like if you take it on the percentage of our lifestyle lives, I think maybe we use our beds then more than we use our cars, for example. So like if you were going to put like let's say if you actually needing to if you actually do want, like really want to spend your money, maybe put a little bit more money into your bed so you can have a good 8 hours sleep, so you can be really well throughout the day. If you have a peace of mind, then maybe you'll do better when you're awake. So like it's just an example. So if you can't stop yourself from spending, at least make sure that your money is going in the right place. If you're going into debt, and if you can't stop yourself from going into debt, at least make sure that your debt is going in the right place. So if your debt is don't if your debt is going into these like stupid small items, like that's going to add up and going to not be anything useful in the future, then that's a waste of money. If you really like spending money, and if you don't mind ruining your life for debt, at least make sure that your debt is going in the right area. Like I said, you rather buy that bed that is going to give you a nice 8 hours sleep. Again, the bed is just an example. It can be anything. It can be that if you spend a good amount of time like watching your television, okay, buy a decent television then. If you're going to go into debt, I mean, we cannot stop you from spending your own money, but make sure that at least your money makes sense. Okay, I'm going to end this rant for now. If you like these rants, at least like and subscribe, so I know someone's listening.